Hi fam, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's Intentional Favor here. So if you are a pregnant woman or an intending pregnant woman or an intending parent generally, regardless whether you are a father or a mother to be, you need to watch this video to the very end because I have an important message I would like to share, which I feel the need to share, and that's why I'm making this video. So last weekend up until earlier this week, a news trended in the United Kingdom about an NHS nurse who was found guilty of murdering 7 kids, 7 children, and attempting to murder 6 others. Yes, so this nurse was found to have been killing babies. That's just what it is. She has been killing babies. And I woke up to this news on a Saturday morning and I couldn't believe my ears. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was so scared and I was so shocked at the same time.
Lucy Letby is accused of the murder of
7 babies and the attempted murder of 10 others.
While she was working on the neonatal unit at the Countess of Chester Hospital.
Letby denies all of the charges over the incidents.
Lucy Letby was the only person working on the night shift. It was alleged in court that their mother was apparently told by Miss Letby, "Trust me, I'm a nurse."
Just over 9 months ago, the trial of Lucy Letby began. She was accused of the most shocking of crimes, the murder of 7 babies and the attempted murder of 10 others.
So she works in the neonatal world. That is a world where children, babies who are born prematurely are kept. These are babies trying to survive. Some of them, they have high chances of survival. Most of them, they have low chances of survival. But, the health sector, doctors, nurses, the health practitioners, they have to do their best, of course, to save these babies. And we know some of them, they survive. So this was the world where this nurse was working, and it was found out that this nurse has actually been killing these babies. There was one that the way she killed the baby was to inject insulin, because they found out that the blood sugar level of this baby was so low. So she must have injected insulin into her, whatever, all these pipes, that they used to, make them. These babies are trying to survive, obviously. She injects things into their whatever, just because she's a nurse and she knows what to do. And these kids, their survival rate is minimal for some of them. And the fascinating thing again is that they say she was targeting twins and triplets. The story is just so scared and shocking. I don't even want to go into details about it. I might leave links in the description, or you can just go and Google it. Lucy Letby, that's her name. Once you just type this, obviously everything about her will show. You can listen to that and know what she did. But when I was watching this video, like I said, I was scared, and I just remember that the previous day, of course, I woke up to this news on Saturday morning. On Friday, I was talking to someone who was sharing with me she's pregnant and was sharing her diagnosis, like what the doctors are saying about her baby in the womb and all of that. She was sharing that with me. She was expressing her fears and concerns. And one thing I told her is, you know what, just trust the doctors. Trust NHS. I think I even said it literally this way. Trust NHS. Okay, they know what they are doing. Of course, I still maintain that, yeah, the doctors, they are well-meaning. They know what they are doing. One of the saddest thing about this story about Lucy killing the babies is that actually some colleagues, doctors, actually suspected her earlier on, but the hospital did not, take them serious, even made them to apologize to her. Very sad story, really. But I was just remembering that I just told someone to trust NHS, that they know what they are doing, they are very good, and I'm like, and in this same NHS, something like this happened. Oh my gosh, I felt so bad. But on the second thought, as I was still listening and watching so many news about this lady, I actually remembered a prayer point. Yes, I remember the prayer point that my husband started praying towards the end of my pregnancy this year. My husband started praying a certain prayer point, and as I was watching this video, I remembered that prayer point, and I just felt like drawing the attention of as many that might believe it. I know this might sound too religious. Sometimes people talk about being too religious or being too, I don't know. But yeah, if you are interested, you know what I want to talk about, go ahead and watch. And I just want to draw your attention, like I said, I want to draw your attention to a prayer point that you can be praying, which is very vital. Me, before being pregnant or even while I was pregnant, I never thought of that until my husband raised that prayer point. And seriously, we pray this prayer point almost every week, okay, until I gave birth. But that prayer point opened my eyes to so many things. And now hearing this news, and for the fact that this happened in the United Kingdom, I was even more shocked and knew the importance of praying such prayer. If you believe in prayer and you believe that prayer works, then you need to keep watching this video. So the prayer point, of course, like I said, it's just one day we were praying. We always pray every week, myself and my husband. And he just said that we need to pray about the staff who will deliver our baby, okay? The professionals who will be there in the labor ward when we are giving birth and who will take care of us in the hospital. We need to pray about them. My husband started praying especially about the midwife in particular who will receive the baby, and he was coming from this angle, probably as Africans, okay? He was coming from this angle that whoever will deliver the baby plays a major role, okay? And life is spiritual. If you believe that life is spiritual, you understand what I'm sharing in this video. So he was saying that we need to pray that God will send or give us someone, and we started praying about who will deliver this baby. Of course, you don't have control about who will be in the ward, who will be there when I'll be in labor. We don't have control over that. We don't, okay? My husband was particular about praying about the person that will, especially the midwife that will deliver the baby. The reason is this. He made me understand, and of course I looked deep into it, and I felt this is actually true, that you won't be the first person to see your baby. Of course, you see your baby when you go for scan and all of that, but when it comes to real life, as a mom, as a father, you are not the first person to actually sight your baby in real life, flesh and blood. You are not, okay? You are not the first person to see your baby. You are not the first person to touch your baby. And I was looking deeply into this. Like I said, life is spiritual, okay? And I understood the role that the midwives, the nurses, and all these health professionals play if you understand the spirituality of life. You won't be the first person. As a matter of fact, I remember that while I was still trying to push, my midwife already mentioned, oh my God, I can see your baby. He has loads of hair. Oh my God, he has hair. His head, he has hair, like you can see the head of the baby. He has hair. Go ahead and push. I didn't see this. My husband didn't see this. She was the first person that saw it. And of course, when my baby came out, they were the first persons to touch my baby even before my baby will be handed to me, okay? So these people play an important role, and we are looking at it from that angle. And, as Africans, for instance, how so many things, people are fetish in Africa, not just in Africa, even in the world now, every part of the world, people are fetish, people are whatever. Imagine this nurse, I don't know what to call her own case. I don't know if she has a mental issue. Nothing has actually been said in particular about the intention why she actually did this, but it's so crazy. Why somebody, and she has a diary where she keeps record of all of these handover notes we are found in her apartment when police searched there. She was so intentional, even going on Facebook and searching for the families. Like, people are crazy generally, okay? So you understand the role they play, but we are looking at it from the angle. Do you know that if someone, okay, imagine someone like this nurse, but that aside, if someone who is, let's say, diabolic, someone who is in an, say, occult group or anything, is the person to deliver your baby, somebody that has a mission. Now, this nurse, for instance, was on a mission. I believe she was on a mission. She was on an assignment of killing babies, because she didn't kill one. She killed up to 7, and she attempted to kill 6 others. In total, 13. That's as far as records can tell us. What if there were even more that she tried to? So she was on a mission and she was doing this. And mind you, all this happened in about 13 months, less than 13 months. Yes, that's when all this happened. So you can have anybody there. It could be a midwife, even if you're in Nigeria, in any part of the world, who is on a mission. Their own might be to, because life is spiritual, like I said, maybe even from when a baby is born at that tender age and everything, even carry the baby. We have seen some videos at weddings when people are dancing during wedding. You see people doing some incantations and all of that. All these things, they exist. Let's tell ourselves the truth. They exist, right? The only thing is that we know the position where we are as Christians, and we live above them, and we pray all these things into being. But imagine your baby has been coming out, the person carrying it is already making incantations, saying some things about your baby, doing certain things. I never knew that such can even happen here. But for me, I was not even thinking about the nurse maybe making incantation because I'm living in the UK, but I know that that is still possible. I was still saying that what if this person carries a spirit and maybe the spirit transfers, I don't know how to explain all of these things, but you might understand or get an idea of what I'm saying about the role that the person that delivers your baby plays in the life of your baby, if you understand the spirituality of life. Okay, so something can go from person to person. Of course, you believe, if you're a Christian, for instance, laying of hands, you touch hands, there are some people you won't allow them to touch your head, all of those things. Somebody can just carry your baby, touch the head or something. There could be some transfer and all of those things. But like I said, as Christians, we operate on a higher level, knowing that he that is in us is greater than he that is in the world. But you need to be aware of all of these things, and that's why you need to start early to pray about all of these. Like I said, I never knew that something like this, that story was a shock to me. Okay, someone can be on a mission. What if someone is on a mission and and if the person delivers your baby, this person is already on a mission to physically kill. We're even talking about spiritual now, but look, this one happened physically, killing babies who are trying to survive. And you never can tell. People that give birth to their babies prematurely, it's not as if they ever planned it from the time of conception. Nobody plans to give birth to a premature baby. So you never can tell what will happen. And that's why I feel the need to create this awareness, the importance of people praying about the staff, the health professionals who will take care of you and your baby before delivery or before labor, during labor, after labor, during delivery. Just keep praying about the staff, because imagine some people might have escaped this because maybe when Lucy was not like on shift, when their baby was in a critical point, or because when they come in, I'm sure that in the world they assign some babies, like you'll be the person, this nurse, take care of these babies, take care of this baby and all of that. You could be lucky. There are people that are lucky that Lucy was not the one taking care of their babies, or because there are some of them that Lucy might not be the one taking care of them, but she just has access to them, something like that. But God can protect you physically. Now we're not even talking about spiritual things that can happen during delivery, during birth, because the period of birthing is actually a very delicate time. A lot can actually happen during that time. But you see the importance of praying about the professionals that will work with you. Oh my God. Maybe it's even a prayer. Anybody like Lucy should not even come near you. Should not be someone that is on a mission. Some people can be on a mission physically now, as you can see. I don't know. I don't think that in her own case it has anything to be spiritual about. It's more like physical, but she's on a mission to kill babies. You never can tell. Okay, this one is that she continued doing it, and she was so, I know when the judge was sentencing her, was talking about she was so careful, like she calculated, she did everything for that to have happened for a year, over a year. Not only was she not caught, although people had some suspicions about her, but the way she presents herself, the CEO or the medical director of the hospital even waived it and even made those people to apologize to her, saying they were bullying her. Very sad story, I must tell you. But these are the things that if as Christians you understand, you really need to pray about everything. Don't just pray for safe delivery. Okay, don't just pray for safe delivery. It's important to have a safe delivery. Pray about the safety of you and your baby while in the hospital, because people come around, they do some injections. And another thing, my husband was actually coming from the angle of mistake. We know sometimes professionals can make mistake. We were praying then that there will be no mistake of any kind, not giving maybe the wrong fluid, the wrong injection, or giving it in an excessive dosage or less dosage than expected. You need to pray for these professionals. You really need to pray for them. There will be no mistake, and there will be no anybody with, like, the person that will be allocated to you will be a very good person, not any evil person, whether have a physical mission or a spiritual mission. Very, very important. Honestly, this is something that I've been meaning to share. Like, I just have the burden to draw our attention to this in case you don't know. Be intentional about praying this prayer if you are pregnant. Anytime you are pregnant, it's not just for pregnant women. If you are a wife, you are watching this, share this or watch this video with your husband. If you're a husband, watch this video with your partner. Make sure that both of you are praying this prayer. It's not just about women praying for their pregnancy, because the baby is actually a man's baby, right? So it's not just for women. So these are prayers that I believe that couples, once you are expecting, you should hold hands together to pray. And this story of Lucy, okay, actually made it so obvious about the importance. We're even looking at more spiritual, but look at now, it's even so physical. The only physical aspect of it we were considering then was about making mistake, but we never knew that someone could be a serial killer dressed in, oh gosh, I say nurse. Nurses are meant to be caring. This person just tarnished the image of nurses or nursing profession. You never can imagine that. That's why that story is a shocker. And I'm glad that she was eventually caught before she did more damages. Okay, so I think that's the video. That's it for this video. That's what I just want to share with you guys. My baby is crying. I need to go and attend to him now, but that is it about this video. Please don't forget to like this video, share this video. Go ahead and share this video with as many people that you think might need it. Like it goes a long way for YouTube to recommend it. That way many people will see this video. And subscribe to the channel if you have not. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be seeing you guys in my next one. Until then, stay blessed, remain intentional, and take good care of yourselves. Bye.